Visayas State University takes pride in being one of the premier universities in the country. Its vision is to become one of the leading research universities in Southeast Asia. The College of Education, being the flagship college of West Visayas State University, has been a hub in nurturing a culture of excellence in research. The college is the seat of various research and development hubs, such as the following: Center for Research and Innovation in Science and Mathematics Education, or CRISMED; Center for Teaching Excellence, or CTE; Center for Peace Education; Integrated Laboratory School; and Center for the Teaching of Hiligaynon. The College of Education has produced a number of relevant quality researches and generated knowledge and technology for the improvement of the education landscape in the region and in the country. The university anchors its research priorities and thrusts on regional, national, and international agenda and development goals. The research priorities and thrusts for the whole university address the peculiarity of each unit or discipline and take into consideration the different academic programs being offered. These priorities and thrusts are, namely, poverty alleviation, teaching and learning initiatives, health and disease management, and environmental sustainability, become the basis for all research activities of both the faculty and students. In particular, the College of Education researches focus on teaching and learning initiatives. Specifically, the sub-thrusts are as follows: multidisciplinary research on contextualizing teacher education, research on assessment, impact studies, and related fields in educational evaluation, best practices in teaching and learning, service learning program in teacher education, and learning support materials development. The research outputs under these sub-thrusts cut across the various degree programs of the graduate school, namely Doctor of Philosophy in Education, Master of Arts in Education, and Master of Education. From 2016 to 2020, the college had accomplished 4 research programs, 25 research projects, and 109 research studies aligned with College of Education research sub-thrusts. These researches have made remarkable impact and instructional value. Let me tell you about each of them. The research on bullying among students resulted to the development of comprehensive anti-bullying intervention program. An anti-bullying survival kit for students, teachers, and parents were packaged. A study on mathematics discourse paved the way for a clear understanding of communication on Thai international students and their Filipino counterparts. A study which examined the effectiveness of Capacity Building Program, or CBP, for K-12 science teachers reveals that the competency needs of the teacher participants were met and properly addressed by the CBP goals and objectives. The research on harmonizing competency-based teacher education program through tuning methodology established the significance of competence-based learning and facilitated the design and development of a common curriculum framework which will enable comparability of learning outcomes between West Visayas State University and other Asian universities. The research on mentoring pre-service teachers resulted to the development of a mentoring manual that can be utilized for homeroom guidance programs. A study on advanced digital literacy paved the way in publishing a book on technology for teaching and learning. A study on using technology in the classroom highlights teacher-educators' best practices in integrating technology in teaching. A study, an eco-friendly pH indicator, produced a utility model. The university sees the relevance of peace education as a transformative response to societal challenges. Thus, the creation of the Center for Peace Education researches on this topic were conducted, and the findings became one of the basis for the formal integration of peace education in teacher education. In an effort to promote inclusive education for all, a research-cum-extension project was implemented in a selected community through family systems approach, multicultural advocacy, intervention, rehabilitation, and vocational training for persons with disabilities, or PWDs, and their families. Many researches focus on the development of instructional resources for teachers and learners. The first 1,000 commonly used Hiligaynon words, a Hiligaynon English compendium for the teaching of mother tongue, was developed. Modules in early childhood education as research outputs are now being utilized by students and facilitators in the online diploma in early childhood education of the University Distance Education. The study on the development and production of instructional materials for college geometry produced a book on geometry. A study on the indigenous knowledge and practices of an Ati community facilitated the development of instructional materials for learners and teachers in Indigenous Peoples Education School. An exploration of one of Iloilo's cultural heritage sites paved the way to the development of a video documentary as an instructional material in social studies. Teacher-made innovative materials are used by pre-service teachers and teachers in the field. Research results are disseminated through local and international conferences where College of Education faculty and students have received awards for their outstanding presentation. As key leaders in professional organizations, some faculty members of the college have organized research conferences and webinars, which empower researchers to become research leaders by providing opportunities for linkages and collaborations. A number of our faculty researchers have a well-established niche in the research arena, as shown in the improvement of their corresponding H index. Research outputs are published in local journals as well as in reputable refereed journals that are indexed by Scopus and ISI. West Visayas State University has an indexed journal where faculty and student researchers can submit their research for publication. This journal is accessible online. The Commission on Higher Education recognized West Visayas State University as a publisher of a refereed journal. For student publications, the graduate school periodically publishes a research journal. From pages to practice, research results are utilized for the improvement of instruction. Production of materials, crafting of policies, and community service. The materials produced are shared in different parts of the country. Our extension work also goes hand in hand with research as we continue to harmonize our research and extension activities. We continue to nurture a research culture geared for impact through enabling policies, research funding, laboratories, journal subscriptions, software, research capability building activities, in-house review, mentoring programs, linkages and collaboration, and policies on incentives and awards. We will surely soar higher and stronger as we aim to become a reliable and relevant research university.